This is part of what we're going to be talking about. How we are coping as mothers. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, my name is Precious. On this channel, I help you understand that family relationship is a work in progress through my video. I've got my friend Esther here. She's a mom of 2 kids and I'm a mom of 4.
So you're double me.
Honestly, it's so exciting. When I say I'm a mom of 4, I'm like, oh my god, mom of 4. Anyway, yeah, I'm a mom of 4. So we are both moms and we have young kids. Like our kids are almost same age and thereabouts. So today we're going to be talking about motherhood, like real life, what we're experiencing, how we are managing, how we are coping as mothers, especially living in the UK where we don't have any help whatsoever. Well, I've got my little daughter here, so if you're hearing any background, she's here. So I might be picking her up at some point. Actually, I'm going to be picking her up now. So, hey, oh my gosh. Sorry. Yeah, this is part of what we're going to be talking about. How we are coping as mothers and how we are doing everything we are doing, and also trying to be ourselves. Because one of the things that we've observed is the fact that, especially when our kids are young, we tend to forget who we are. I know at some point in Esther's life, she probably didn't know her name was Esther. And
Get lost.
you're just there. You're surviving basically. You've lost yourself. You can't remember who you are. You barely have time for yourself. Everything is all about the children, and the husband, food, cleaning, and all of that. But we don't really have time for ourselves. So today we're just going to be talking about how we can be able to be mothers, wives, and also be ourselves, basically. So Esther, how have you been coping? Because I don't know how you've been coping. How have you been managing with your girls, doing school run, working full time? When I mean full time, morning and night. How have you been coping?
It's not easy, like as every mother would know. The challenges of managing your family and a career, and you just completely often put yourself in the back burner. So anything that is of interest to you, anything that you enjoy doing yourself, you always put it for later. When I finish dealing with the kids, when I finish doing all of this, and all of that kind of builds up, and you get to a point where you completely forget. Someone asks you like, what are your hobbies? You have to pause and really think hard, because you can't really remember. It's like it's out of the window.
My hobby is cleaning. I love to clean. Whose hobby is cleaning?
You really don't remember the things that you actually love to do. So I started with being very intentional first with listening, because I had lost who I am. Like, didn't remember the things that I was passionate about anymore. So I just needed to listen to some books, because I knew that I loved to read, but I no longer had the time to sit down and hold a book to read. So I I love my reading. How can I keep reading without actually sitting down to hold a book? So I went for audiobooks, so that I can play in my car when I'm driving to work, when I'm doing school run. Sometimes listen with the children when we are coming back from work or going to the shop and things like that. So whenever I'm driving, I can listen to my books, since I don't have the time to sit. So adapting different ways of still enjoying the things that you enjoy doing. So that's one way that I have adapted. It really helped me to find my passion for reading again, and learning a lot from books.
Do you know there's an area I would like us to actually talk about before we start talking about how we've managed and all of that?
Yeah.
One of the things people don't understand is that the fact that we're in the UK makes it 10 times harder than it would be if we were back home. We're both from Nigeria, right?
Yeah.
And obviously, the way we are now in the UK, I and Esther are similar in terms of we don't have any support whatsoever. When I mean support, like family support or mainly relatives. We don't have anyone. It's just Esther here and we are here, so we just here basically for ourselves. So there's a lot that we are juggling at the same time. It's not like back home where you have your mom. Like now I've just had a baby. I won't even be here. Like my this baby will not be here with me. Either my mom will be holding the baby, or my siblings will be holding or even people you don't even know might even come and take the baby and hold the baby for you. But it's not the same. It's so much we are going through. Apart from the fact that we're walk on its own is so draining that if you're doing 9 to 5, is literally 9 to 5. It's not 9 to 4:59. It's 9 to 5. So you're working at the end of the day. By the time you're coming back home, you are exhausted, like you're tired. So going home and thinking about what you're going to eat or what you're going to cook is the last thing on your mind. You just want to put anything in your tummy, and that's an area where people start either putting on weight, and you would think, oh, you're putting on weight, or even losing weight, or people becoming stressed out because physically they are stressed out and they don't really have time to eat. So there's a lot that we're going through. I don't know if there's anything you can remember that we are actually struggling with as mothers, being outside of your normal, like your country or your family. If there's anything you can remember.
It's big time. You know, like if you're in Nigeria, maybe on your way back from work, all you need is to call someone, say, want to make vegetable soup this evening. We have meat, we don't have this. Can someone buy? And sometimes you can even bring someone you know in the market to say, Madam, I want crayfish, this amount, I want this, and then all you just need to do is park somewhere and just get into the market and pick up a bag and pay for it and go away. But here, if you forgot to buy milk and you got home, you have to go back to the shop. And mind you, now you have the kids, so you have to take everybody with you to just go and buy.
You can't leave them at home. That's another thing. You can't leave your kids at home.
That's a big challenge. I think that what that has made us is we are not perfect. We are not anywhere near, to say we are moms that are good at everything. There's no such thing. I don't think. But we try to plan.
If you live in the UK or anywhere outside of your relative and you're not good at planning, you're on your own.
so you have to plan. So like maybe at weekends, take stock of what you've got. And I kind of involve my kids as well in that, to take like, okay, you guys gotta make a menu for the week, and then we revise it together, so okay, what have we got and what have we not got, so that when you're shopping, you know what you don't want to be cooking soup and in the middle of that realize you don't have palm oil. If in Nigeria, maybe next door neighbor will have palm oil and you can just borrow or something, or you have a shop near the house, or you can call someone on the phone, buy palm oil and bring for me. But you can't do that here. Where would you even live? A few shops where you can actually even buy the palm oil.
There's a video that went viral. It's not really a video, it's a post that went viral of a guy who got married to this lady. She used to be in America and she was a medical doctor, so she moved back to Nigeria, and basically it looks like she's left her medical career for this guy to be able to, because I think he's a movie producer, something like that. So he posted a picture of them saying thank you to the wife for letting go of her career for now to enable him build his own career. And oh my God, you need to see the comments. Like feminists, they just came after They came after the guy. People were like, how dare you, medical career, it's not like an ordinary thingy. How dare you, if it's the other way around and all of that. What do you have to say? For me anyway, when I saw it, the first thing that came to my mind is, what works for you may not work for me. It might be working for their family, right? If it's working for their family, how dare you? Who are you to come and be saying, oh, he's selfish, he's this. Oh my God, you need to see. I pity that boy.
Well, with that, I would not be able to comment on whether it's the right thing to do or not, because every family have a unique circumstance. maybe that's what she wants to do and she's happy doing it, so that works for them.
But do you not think that at some point, as women, let's be honest, right? At some point there's a time where we have to slow down a bit, either during childbearing age, mostly during that time you're having kids, you slow down a bit in your career. I don't think as a woman you're just going and going and going in your career. There's always that time that you have to slow down. Did you not slow down, or you just continue?
The challenge there is depends on what kind of career you are doing. You know, if you see there's a lot of debates around why women are not in management, in top management, in almost every field, and one of the challenges is that when we have those career breaks, when we have
Children,
kids, and not just that, most times once some women, like most women, when we get married, right, we kind of forget all those dreams that we had as a young girl when we were growing up, prior to even getting to the age of even thinking about getting married. You had dreams for yourself as an individual. So forming a family means that there are sacrifices you're going to make. However, it also means that you have dreams that as a family you should support each other to be able to fulfill those dreams. In some careers, if you completely cut out and go and have children, you can still come back and then build your career. There are in some other careers, if you completely cut out completely,
it's hard.
When you come back, you're going to struggle to find your feet again. And sometimes some women they can't even go back, and so that ends their career. And I can't even begin to imagine the frustration that you feel inside of you if you know that this is what I wanted to do, and you feel like, oh, it's because I started a family, that was the challenge. But I don't think starting a family should actually really stop a woman completely from building her career.
It shouldn't.
Especially in places there will be sacrifices, things that your family will not run like that of someone who has a maid,
absolutely,
or who has things to do. Maybe sometimes your living room might not be vacuumed as clean as somebody else's, or your everything won't be sparkly in your house like you want it, because you have to choose between, do I have to rest, or maybe this is a time I have to invest into maybe a personal development thing to help you, so that if you stepped back to look after your kids, when you're going back in, you have something professional that you have added to yourself while you were away to help give you that boost to get back into work. So the
truth of the matter is that for me, I don't know about you, for me, I feel like if I've just started I've not started anyway. I'm on maternity leave, and I feel like I cannot do this for the rest of my life. I know there are some people who are full-time housewife. Honestly, I respect you with all my heart. I respect you. I don't know how you do it, because being at home, being a full-time housewife is a full-time job on its own, right? But for me personally, I feel like I need an outlet. I need where I would base. I don't need to go there Monday to Friday. At least let me go there twice for my sanity, for my mental health. And I think as well, for mothers who are full-time housewives, you should be able to have an outlet. You should be able to have time where you go out for a drink, go out with friends. Because if you're just like at home doing all these chores from morning to night, I don't know how you're coping. So you have to learn how to balance it. So know what works for you as an individual, as a woman. Know what works for you. Know how you can do something, or find one thing, right, that you enjoy doing. For example, YouTube is not an easy thing, but it's one thing that I'm doing for myself, right? You will say, oh, she just had a baby, she's gone back on YouTube, she's already shooting video and doing all of that. This is my outlet. This is me talking to this camera makes me happy. It's like the time where I'm on my own, my kids are not disturbing me, my husband is not here to tell me one thing or the other. It's just I and the camera. So it's precious doing precious doing myself. So you have to find one thing that is you doing you. Why you're either a housewife or either a working parent or whatever, for your mental health.
That's absolutely true. I think as mothers, we often put ourselves, I've said that earlier, we put ourselves at the back. The priority list, we are at the bottom. Maybe you're someone who loved to look after your feet when you were a young woman, and now maybe you can't even bend down to look at them because you've completely ignored it. So whatever you can help you relax, you're making sure you're having that me time, that thing that is something that is for you for a day. Maybe that will just be soaking your feet in warm water for 5-10 minutes, or just singing songs if you're someone, or playing a piano, or learning a new skill, something
buying
you
yourself
like to
stuff
do.
as well.
Exactly.
Because
Look after
we
yourself.
work so hard that at the end of the month, by the time everything goes out, we buy for the kids, we don't really have anything. So one of the things that I used to do this, but I think I need to start doing it again, is that at the end of every month, even if it's £10, I'll buy something for myself. Is it I'm buying myself a chocolate that I love, or I'm buying myself a bracelet, or just buy with yourself one thing that you tell yourself, well done babe, you did well this month. You did absolutely well. But if you don't do that, you find out that you're just doing stuff for other people, and you get to a point where the truth is that you're building frustration. It keeps piling. The day you will blow, you'll be asking yourself, I never knew I've been this frustrated.
And sometimes you feel unappreciated because you're always like everyone you're doing the things for, they're like, no one's stopping you from doing it for yourself.
Yes, exactly.
So you have to be intentional again. Remember that you exist. And another thing as well is taking a break. Oh, I can't even emphasize that enough.
Are you talking to yourself?
Taking a break. When you keep going, you are doing and doing. It's 7 p.m. You're still going. 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Everybody's gone to sleep now. Then you still have things to carry on and on and on.
There's always something to do.
Take a break. There's a book or a podcast I listened to. No, an audiobook I listened to. I think it's Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. He said that your in basket will never be empty. So your to-do list, it will continue to refresh itself every day. Some things have gone off, some couldn't be done, you add more. They will always be your last day on this earth, whenever that is, your to-do list will not be empty.
But the truth is that to-do list is actually what makes life worth living. Because if it's empty, what are you going to be doing? If you finish that thing
you want to finish
that you want to finish, what are you going to be doing? You're not going to be doing anything. You'll be bored.
Finish mopping, you need to polish the furniture.
You'll be bored. So why not spread it? why not spread it out? See, the thing is that we are talking to ourselves, okay? You see the way we are talking? We are indirectly just talking to her. She's talking to herself, and I'm talking to myself. Someone like me that I want to, God help us sometimes as women, because we sometimes overdo things, and we need people around us to slow us down. Because someone like me, when I do stuff, I don't know I'm actually doing it. It takes my husband to say slow down, or people around me to say slow down, this thing you're doing, you're overdoing it, or you can actually leave it tomorrow, you don't have to do it today. So we need to slow down. And can I just say that there's nobody that they've given an award to be the best, the strongest woman in the world.
What are they going to even use to measure that?
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
So there's nobody. So if you think, your house is sparkling clean all the time, which is very good, if you can do it, fine, it's fine. But if you are doing it at the expense of your own health, the expense of your well-being and all of that, then I don't think it's really worth it.
Don't get us wrong, the house needs to be clean.
Absolutely.
But don't be obsessed with it such that in the process of making sure everything is in the right place, you're worn out, you're burning out, you don't have
you're frustrated,
rest, and all of that is building up, and all of this stress, when it accumulates, you start getting ill.
Absolutely. You start, and the children as well will know that mommy is stressed, because you're always shouting, you're yelling, you're irritated unnecessarily, everybody's avoiding you and all of that because they know you're irritated or you're stressed. So at the end of the day, nobody is putting this stress on you. You are giving yourself, or you're placing this expectation on yourself. Nobody is placing this expectation on you. So we're just talking as mothers that, you know what, look after yourselves. Absolutely. Slow down. What are the things that you love doing? Do it, right?
Find the time to do it.
Find the time to do it.
Put you in the planner too. It's not just
do you.
Yes, do the kids, do the dishes, put your own slots to do you.
Like, when was the last time you gave yourself a treat? When was the last time you had a good sleep or a good nap? When was the last time you said to yourself, those dishes, I'm not doing those dishes?
How about just sitting down, just for take a break? Sit down.
Do you know that you got to a point?
Take breaths and just
It got to a point where when I'm reading, I can't concentrate. I don't know if any of you can actually relate. You're so busy.
Your brain is doing so many things.
Is doing so many things, and you've actually lost that you being yourself present. When you grab a book to read, you're thinking about that egusi soup you want to cook tomorrow. Your mind is not there. You'll be surprised when you want just one page for like 10 minutes because you keep reading and reading. By the time you know you've read to the end, but your mind wasn't there.
You actually read?
You did not read anything. So like Esther said, listening to podcasts is another thing. If you can't read, you can start listening to podcasts. You can listen to good music. You can what else do? You can go for your massage, a spa. If you can afford it, do that. You can watch Netflix.
You know, with the music thing, you can listen to music and be cleaning. You know, like in the kitchen. Something. If you have there's some speakers you can move around the house. They are not too expensive to buy. You know, Bluetooth speakers. You play your music. Take it with you around the house as you're cleaning, as you're cooking. You're listening to something that you enjoy, and that just lightens the mood and makes it a lot easier for you to cook.
And those podcasts as well you listen to when you're cooking or doing stuff, those are like self-development. You're learning new things, and by the time you know you've used one stone to kill two birds, you're cooking, but you've learned something. There are a lot of things you can actually listen to. It doesn't have to be what's it called, these funny things, like comedy is good. I listen to comedy when I'm in that mood where I really need a big laugh or a proper laugh. I listen to comedy, I watch movies, I go on Netflix. What are the things? To be fair, can I just ask you, what do you enjoy? If Esther says to you now, what do you enjoy? Can you actually say, you know what, I enjoy this, I enjoy that? Don't say anything that includes your children. Don't say anything that includes your husband or anybody around you. What do you enjoy? If you can say one or two things that you enjoy, then you have to start doing those things, because it's very, very important.
And if you don't remember any of them, start thinking a little bit. Because there's sometimes when you totally forget, like, what was that hobby? What's that thing I used to enjoy doing, because you've completely left it for so long. You've been so engrossed in children and all of that. There isn't any time in life where we are going to say, okay, now we are done. Let us now start thinking about it. So you have to find a way to do it alongside with everything. So you're a parent for life. Once a parent, you're a parent for life. Your challenge or what your contribution will just keep evolving from as your kids grow.
To another,
So there's no I'm done parenting. You know, you're a parent for life. So you should also try to find yourself some things that you enjoy doing and find the time to create the time to do it.
So I don't know, is there anything that you enjoy doing? And you think, oh, you know what, this thing I really enjoy it, and I think if I put it on the comment section, other women might like to do it or enjoy doing it. Put it on the comment section, because a lot of people have actually lost themselves. They don't know who they are anymore. But I think with women encouraging other women, talking about things like this, knowing that you're not alone, we are all in this whole thing together.
How about we give each other a challenge? If there's something that you know that you like to do, you enjoy doing, you would like to know how to do, or would like to do as part of something that you enjoy, but you really haven't committed to doing it, to put in the comment section. You're going to start learning how to do. Like, I want to play the piano, so I haven't actually
this piano
started.
I've been hearing it since I met you. I've been hearing this piano for a very long time.
So now I've created a space for the piano in the house. Next step is I've got the app on my phone. I've started learning the chords. So next step. So put yours. What is going to be the one that you've always wanted to do, but you haven't created the time to do it? For you, just something that you enjoyed doing. So put it in the comment section.
One of the things that makes us not to really have this me time is trying to create the time. We will not exactly completely isolated. For me, Esther, when I want to soak my feet, which I've done as well, I don't know if you've seen the video, I'm going to link it somewhere, how I treat myself or how I pamper myself at home. When I'm soaking my feet, at the same time I'm editing my video, because I know editing takes a long time, so I'm not going to be standing up all the time. I put my feet in there, then I don't have to go and get a special soaking something. It's just that plastic
I
put my
bowl,
exactly. Get a good this thing and put inside. soak my feet. That's it.
Yeah.
So you can be doing two things at the same time. Esther said, listening to podcasts or listening to music while you're cooking and cleaning, and those things, when you're doing them, when you're cleaning or while you're cooking, it makes you go fast.
You fast. Yeah,
you
enjoy it. Yeah.
You don't even know that. Like for me, when I'm cooking and I'm not listening to things like that, I feel like it's a chore.
Yeah.
I don't know about you.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a chore. But when I'm listening to music or listening to stuff, it gives me that. It makes it run faster. It makes it faster, and I don't feel that I'm doing it. I'm enjoying it. I don't feel that I'm
doing something you enjoy alongside.
Let us finish this our video, okay? So Naomi said she's had enough.
You have been amazing.
Yeah, she's been an amazing girl. She's done well today. So we need to wrap up. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. We shall see you some other time. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.